Yeah.
All right, it looks like we're live.
Hey, we're live.
We're live?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Are we live? Let me check my phone and see.
I think so.
Is the app
So,
confirming we are
guys,
live?
hey, it's Anthony from The Rag Company. I am here with Morgan from The Rag Company, as well as Dane from The Rag Company. We're here at the podcast studio from TRC. This is where we do most of our podcasts, but today we're here to talk about this crazy week full of sales and all sorts of shenanigans that are going to come with that. Everything from freebies to our giveaways. And the sales and the deals that you're going to be able to receive this week on certain items. So with that said, we have a lot to talk about. So Dane, say hello.
Howdy, howdy. I'm just checking on my phone because I want to make sure we're actually live. I'm not 100% because I'm not seeing it come up in the feed yet.
This is the first time we've ever actually done this,
We've never done
a
this.
live feed in our YouTube or in our podcast studio for YouTube. YouTube going YouTube live isn't something we do super often, but
look at that. 22 people are watching.
Heck
Wow.
yeah,
Okay,
thank
we
you.
are live. Whoa,
22
let me
people watching.
turn that volume down. Whoa. Don't want to freak everybody out.
That's
there we
pretty
go.
cool.
Okay. There we go. Prestige Mobile Auto Detailing. Anthony, what's up? Hi, everyone. Happy to see the live stream. Yeah, we don't normally do this. Nice to see you there, Daniel Lobato. Okay.
Yeah, this is well, we've talked about doing this in the past in terms for our actual TRC podcast. We talked about doing this before for videos and live demonstrations and for our clinics, but we didn't really know how well that would work out with having mics and a whole audio setup going into the stream, and we're finding out that it's working. So
it's all like the encoding software and the stuff on the background. Like we have a program that runs it, and we normally record our podcast to it. It gets rather complicated. I realize you could do it with just a phone and record it, but this is a little more complex.
We want that premium audio. So
Yeah.
Morgan is here, so you guys may recognize Morgan from our Wash Wednesday episode, as well as some of our new Instagram pictures. So Morgan is the newest employee of the Rag Company.
She's a new crew.
She's here to learn everything there is about detailing, about towels, and all of that. So she just started this last week. So she has a lot to learn, and you've been having fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's typically what she said. Like 2 words. I'm like, come on, Morgan. Like, you can talk a little more than that.
She talks.
She
talks. For
She
sure.
talks. Eventually, you have to tell her just to quiet down because she keeps talking too much.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Getting there a little early, but I see some comments coming in. Happy Thanksgiving to us. So
Thank
right
you.
back at ya.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Hi from Barbados. Oh, that's very
Hello.
cool.
Hopefully, you guys are getting maybe your holiday weekend started early. If you're still at work like us. We
Yep.
get it. We understand. We're working as well. If you're already off early, we know Levi is on the road. He's already on his way down to Utah with his family for the weekend for Thanksgiving. So he's going to be out of the office. So we're going to be kind of running the shop around here. So
I know things get crazy when Levi's away.
they do get a little crazy, get a little hectic, right?
We got a request here. Let's see. Can you please say hello to my brother, Handsome Brian? Hello, Handsome Brian. I'm sure that's a pet name, and I'm sure he's probably hating hearing Handsome Brian, if I know brothers, right? So, yeah, that's always fun.
What's going on, Brian? I'll call you Brian.
Yeah,
Can I do that?
it's okay.
I will. I'm sure
all right,
you're handsome.
Brian.
I'm sure you are.
All right, so we're just kind of biding the time a little bit, making sure we get a few people on the feed, and then we can kind of talk about the sale and stuff.
Yeah,
People are just coming. They're hanging out, so
Absolutely.
it's good. But, Brazil here, South Africa. Wow, we're getting lots of folks. Honest question, CarPro UK or Optimum Gloss Coat?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
That is a good question. I think
You've used both, right?
I think it comes down to I think durability. I think that in my opinion, and being a company that sells gloss coat, I think UK might be able to take more of a beating than gloss coat. Gloss coat's pretty easy to remove. I tell people if you ever gloss coat a vehicle, do not run it through an automatic car wash. Chances are it'll probably cut the life of that coating in half. Whereas I think UK might be able to take a little bit more of a beating in terms of that. However, gloss coat being the easiest coating to install.
The way gloss coat goes on.
Yeah,
and it looks good too.
It's so easy. It's so easy that it's actually worth the
Morgan,
trade-off.
You have it on your M3.
I do.
How do you like it?
I love it.
And you installed it. First time ever installing coating, you did gloss coat. Mm-hmm. And how easy was it?
It was easy enough for
It was
me
literally
to do,
as
so.
easy as like a detail spray, right? Literally wipe on, wipe off.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really easy product. So I'm always kind of in favor of gloss coat, not just because we sell it, just because I like how easy it is and how consumer friendly it is for people out there that are new to ceramic coatings and want to try it out and see if it's even for them, right?
It's hard to screw up.
Well, because the thing is when you go with a ceramic coating, you're committing years of that car's paint to that coating unless you plan on removing it and polishing it off, which a lot of people don't want to waste that investment. Whereas I could say, hey, if you're not sure if you want to go wax, if you're not sure if you want to go sealant, try gloss coat. Your car will be coated for 2 years. In that 2 years, if you decide you don't like it or it's not for you, switch it up. Go back to wax. Go back to sealants.
It's really easy to clean. I mean, And to be fair, for those wondering, gloss coat is the kind of consumer-friendly, consumer-available one. It's very different from OptiCoat and OptiCoat Pro and OptiCoat Pro Plus.
It's a different formula. It's still a hybrid. It's actually it's a hybrid. It does have SiO2 in it, but it's not purely SiO2 like a lot of the other coatings out there. Inspiration, for example, which we sell as a 9H level coating hardness, basically is what it is, and it's a pure ceramic. I don't want to say it's easy to apply. It's kind of like I'd probably say it's intermediate. It's also not hard to apply, but it dries quick. So basically, it's truly wipe on, wipe off, and you can layer that product, which is kind of cool. So, but speaking of coatings, this week you can actually save 20% off those coatings and literally everything else in our retail store.
MATCHPEN Tato asks, Beadmaker can go on top of gloss coat, yeah? Yes, you can put any of your normal topper products on top of gloss coat. Treat gloss coat just as being kind of like an extra, coat on the car. Yeah. And you can just dress it up any way you like.
But keep in mind, though, that, but with that said, though, gloss coat is still a ceramic coating, right? So it still wants to unnaturally shed any other protection you put on there. However, Beadmaker being kind of its own product in its own realm of products, it has its own hardening agent where it can attach that gloss coat and stick on there as it should, right? Any other thing that you put on there, like a wax or a quick detail spray or anything like that, will typically shed off in a week, maybe a couple weeks. You're not going to be getting the full benefits of that extra protection, whereas Beadmaker is kind of in its own category in which you can use it with every wash. You can use it as a standalone product. It's pretty cool.
We're getting a lot more viewers now, about 51 now.
Hey,
and,
cool.
We're getting quite a few questions.
In.
We've never really done it this way before. I'm really glad it's working. I mean,
I haven't even started covering the cool stuff yet. But thanks for
we obviously
around.
Titled this like big sale and stuff. We'll get to that. But there's questions coming in, so I want to answer a few people first.
Shoot them.
So let's see. Have a great Thanksgiving. Hey guys. Why is it so difficult for me to order from the rag company? Before I go into your cart to make the purchase, a message appears not registered to ship that type of products to South Africa. Okay, if you're in South Africa, we're working on getting more international distributors, but that is something where you would actually want to write an email directly to us. Send it to info@theragcompany.com. Kind of list the products you're interested in, that sort of thing, and just send it to info@theragcompany.com, and those guys will take care of it. They'll be able to talk with you one-on-one and work that out. Because right now, I don't believe the site is set up to ship
a big thing I'll touch up on, especially when shipping internationally, is chemicals. Chemicals are very hard to ship internationally. So if you have a chemical in your cart that could be flagging it, we do ship all over the world, but we ship towels all over the world because the second you bring a chemical into play, customs is not the funnest to deal with when it comes to shipping chemicals. Things will get caught up for weeks, if not months. Towels seem to pass through pretty fast. But in terms of shipping towels, it's also much cheaper. The second we put a liquid into a box and ship it, the price does go up on shipping because there's extra insurance and all that has to be had for that package. But for towels, we still ship worldwide. All the shipping rates are calculated on our website. If you don't see your country on that list of places that we ship to, then shoot us an email. See what we can do for you. I typically tell people if you are buying internationally, buying a case or buying more may be better than buying a little bit, because if you buy 1 to 2 towels, you're probably going to be paying a lot more in shipping than the towels cost themselves. So if you can get a couple friends in to go in on a case, or if you can go on a bulk package with a few towels rather than a couple, it makes more sense, and it definitely cuts down that cost.
Ooh. Well, we got a bunch of stuff. I want to make sure I get to them. I just saw a nice message here from Mike Smeckens saying, whoever answered the phone earlier was awesome. 5-star customer service. It might have been Rebecca.
Yeah.
She's kind of our main customer service person now, but she also packs a lot. So she's kind of in both worlds, but she's usually the one who's answering the phone first.
Yeah.
Let's
awesome.
see. So we got a bunch here. Okay. Oh, no Levi tonight. Correct. He's actually driving down to Utah as we speak. So he's heading down there with family for the holidays.
Surprised he isn't on this live feed watching us.
I know. I'd actually expected.
Levi,
Yeah, he's driving, but he's also watching.
Don't you want to support your friends over here?
Right?
You know, we're here trying to run this ship without you.
Lomos Ticas. I recognize that name, usually commenting on a lot of our stuff. I have the creature edgeless and wanting the thin side on all of the towel. Would you recommend the Drago or the 365? Yes, because the Drago and the 365 are essentially a very similar towel to one another. Yeah. So you're dealing with the 365. It's just whether you want a border or not. So if you want to go the edgeless 365, that's the closest thing to the creature edgeless. If you like that shorter side, that's the way to go.
And not to hurt anybody's feelings, but the Drago is actually on its way out. If it's not already out already, it's on its way out. I think we still have some stock left, maybe on the website, maybe on Amazon. But to be honest, it wasn't a huge seller for us, and we did love that towel. That was like Levi's special creation. I have 10 or 15 at my house that I just absolutely love for compound and polish removal. However, it's just people kept choosing the edgeless over that, so people really love the edgeless 365. So we may offer the 365 in another additional color down the road to kind of make up for that. But the 365 is that short nap 70-30 blend towel that's awesome for compound removal, awesome for polish removal, great for anything exterior, interior. It really is an awesome, all-around towel. And we call it the Edgeless 365, not just because of the GSM, but because it's good for 365 days out of the year. It's just an awesome towel.
Now, let's see. We got a bunch here. So, Mashed Potato says, "This is awesome. Thanks for answering my questions. Happy Turkey Day." Well, same to you, buddy.
Yeah.
And, dudes, I'm thinking that your largest towel would make a great gift for my wife. What's your thoughts on using a microfiber for a personal towel? I think he means like a bath towel or something.
Yeah, no, we actually, so it's kind of funny. I mean, I'll kind of touch up on that a little bit. We have a lot of people that come and buy our Dry Me River Senior, our big white waffle weave towel with the Buttersoft suede edge on it, and they use that for backpacking, which is when they come in, they buy this towel and they say, "Hey, I'm going on a camping trip. I really want this towel." We always ask, "Well, what are you using it for?" And they say, "To dry myself off." Because it's really compact. When you fold it up, that towel isn't really big. You can fold it up nice and tight and it lays really flat. So they put that into their packs with them and they use that as a drying towel. And we have a few people that actually use that same towel as their bath towels. And they'll buy a couple of those and use those. They do work great. I mean, there's no denying that. I think just the biggest thing is that they are microfibers, so they do pick up bacteria and they do, pick up things like that maybe cotton wouldn't. So I would probably recommend washing them a little bit more than your typical cotton towel. So maybe, each towel would get one use, maybe 2 uses before you would definitely want to wash it.
And let's see. So we got a few more here. And since we're bringing up the towels, big towels, we'll have to get to that pretty soon. We know you guys are chomping at the bit to hear about this stuff. And if you follow our Facebook or our Instagram, you've already heard about it. Or if you're on our email newsletter, we just, we want to interact a little bit and answer some questions before we get to that. So let's see. Prestige Mobile Auto Detailing. Scott Bly came out with some towels. You guys have some good competition now. Absolutely. Good competition is great for everyone. So I'm game, man. Bring it on.
We think that there's plenty of people out there that have great towels. There's plenty of companies, and we're friends with literally, I would say 90% of them out there. We are actually close friends with, and we talk to on a weekly, if not a monthly basis. Ian at Autofiber is absolutely awesome. We love Ian. Yep. He's super cool. We always go out of our way to say hi to him at every big event, and always check out his booth or just stop and call him and see how business is going.
Yeah, and Rob Reagan at Towel Pros, same deal, great guy. Yeah. And that's the thing is, it's detailing is not. It's a big world, but it's not that big. We all kind of know each other at a certain point. We found our ways into the industry, and it definitely varies for everybody. But at the end of the day, you're all trying to make sure there's enough room for everybody.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. People have their personal preference. That's why we ended up with 150 plus different kinds of towels. Is wow, imagine that. There's like a niche within a niche, and people who like a certain kind of towel, but I just wish it was more like this. Next thing you know, there's a new towel for that. Yeah. And when people freak out and they see how many towels we have, it's a little overwhelming, but there's a reason for it. And they actually each serve their own purpose. It's personal preference. And I get that scary for some people, and we ought to come up with more videos that explain why each towel exists, because they do. They serve a purpose. And Morgan here, because Hey, Morgan, you're learning. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan was downstairs earlier, actually, concocting a turkey.
What were you making? What were you making downstairs?
Do you have it on your phone that we can show the camera the video?
Oh my gosh.
I hope you still have it up there.
It was pretty great, actually.
So she's trying to make a sculpt. Okay, what?
I love it.
What is
awesome.
that?
It's really scary.
It is scary, dude.
I'm thinking it's like a Far Side comic turned into a... it's great. No, okay, sorry. Giving Morgan a hard time. Morgan, you did a good job.
Back to what you were saying, though, there's a few microfiber companies out there, and there's a few of us that get along great, and we always try to promote that. You know, we don't want to be enemies with anybody. We want to be friends.
No.
You know, because what's that with the floats high tides? You know,
it's a high tide lifts all boats.
High tide lifts all boats.
Frankly, life's too short to spend your time hating other people or just wishing them ill.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm a human. There's some people where I kind of go, something bad happens.
And
at the same time,
and bringing up that, I don't know, that topic, there is some negative people.
Yeah.
I mean, in the microfiber industry, and we're not going to dive too deep into that, but we try, we try to put on a positive face. We always try to be happy. We always try to be positive with everything.
But we're
never
real too.
Try
that's
to bring
the thing.
negativity.
We're not going to BS you guys. Like, if we believe in something, we'll say so. And when we carry a product, there's a reason behind it. It's because we actually tried it. We vet it. And, to our standards, whatever you feel about our standards, they're to our standards.
Yeah.
So,
and another thing, too, for the people that think we're a big corporate company,
oh my God,
we were in a garage 5 years ago. We were in a household garage.
Healthy reminder.
5 years ago, Dane was in there folding towels, sending out the very
I
first
folded
orders.
towels. I made the website. I answered the phone. I did all that stuff.
5 years ago. So just for the people that think we're this big corporate entity that has all this power and we're this big, mean monster, we're a privately owned company, owned by his parents, who are the most wonderful people in the world. And, we're just trying to get by like everybody else.
I don't have graphic designer
fun.
training, but I made that logo and people seem to like it. Like,
heck yeah, you did. I love that.
We're resourceful. Like, we just do what we can to build ourselves up.
Get myself a tattoo of that bad boy down the road.
Turns out,
don't make any changes to it, Dane, because I don't want to have an outdated tattoo on my arm.
One of the best ways to build yourself up is to bring others up with you and to help.
Yep.
And that's the big thing. It's just being supportive. So I think that really makes a difference.
So hopefully that answers your question.
So yeah,
comment. All right.
You get more with honey than vinegar.
What else we got down there?
Man, what do we got? Thanks, guys. Now I understand the whole process. Any tips with IK foamers? I bought an electric power washer and it broke after one use. Ooh,
yikes.
Yeah, an IK foamer might be your friend if you're looking for a mobile solution that doesn't require like a bunch of,
And that's the thing with the foamers. So with the foamers also being on sale this week, everything being 20% off.
Yeah.
That includes the accessories for all the foamers, the parts, all of that you want to pick up. So when it comes to foaming the IK, the 1.5 or the Foam 9, or using the multi-sprayer, right? It's still a product that has moving parts. We tried to talk about that. It's a little bit more complicated than just a towel, right? It's not just a towel that folds. It's a thing that pumps and sprays and has nozzles that adjust things. There's a little bit more to it. So with those foamers, there is some tricks, right? And what we do is we always put in a little dilution card into all of the sprayers themselves to show you the dilutions that I recommend. Like, these are the dilutions that I wrote up that I think work best in these particular sprayers.
And the ones you tested. Like, you actually took the products, you ran them through a bunch of different combinations.
Several brands,
you found what worked the
yeah.
best to your liking, and you're like, well, this is what I'll recommend. So that's what we go with, because frankly, I mean, Anthony's a great tester. He does not hold back if he thinks something's not up to par. He's his own worst critic, and he's all our own worst critic too.
I mean, but I'm nice. I don't know how else to explain it,
but he's still nice.
So I made dilution cards that go into all those sprayers that show you exactly what they should dilute to, and they work absolutely awesome, especially with wintertime being here. A lot of people are wanting to go the sprayer route for cleaning their car, whether it's in their garage and they're doing O&R washes. You can still foam in a garage with the IK sprayers, which is really cool, and make much less of a mess. But just in a nutshell, the IK 1.5 foam, the foam 1.5, is meant for wheels, interiors, engine bays, and small jobs, right? Anything you're wanting to foam in a very small area. it's not meant to foam an entire car. So if you bought that thinking that's going to do the whole car, you're going to be pumping quite a bit. You're going to be refilling quite a bit. Now, the IK Foam 9 can do an entire car. One fill of that should be plenty to do an entire SUV or truck and be able to foam the whole thing efficiently. You probably will have to do 2 different pump sessions, meaning you will have to pump it up to max pressure once, spray it down, and maybe pump it back up again to max pressure to finish it out. But
and for reference, I mean, refer back to any of our how to use an IK sprayer
they're foam
videos
sprayers,
or our Wash Wednesdays. I mean, you and Morgan use one in her Wash Wednesday. We've used them in several others. I mean, it's
Morgan's all about the foam, but she really liked that MTM foam cannon.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it?
She fills up with like, I don't know, like 12 ounces of soap. I'm like, Morgan, don't do this. This is ridiculous. This is way too much soap.
It was like an Olympic swimming pool worth of foam, and he just dumped it on the car.
I had a good time.
I didn't.
Oh,
my socks were wet. I'm not happy when my socks are wet.
Well, okay, guys. So if you're just dying to know about the specials, we'll keep answering questions here, but I'll give people a shortcut. I included in the description of this video, if you can find the description, click on it. Has everything that we're doing for the sale, so you can check that out while we're still talking here, and then we'll get to
we're going to be covering everything. I promise. We've already covered this on Instagram and Facebook. We have yet to cover this on the world of YouTube.
Yes, Greg. Beatmaker's 20% off too. It's everything in the store. That even goes for SCANGRIP, which you normally can't get elsewhere. It's pretty.
It is a huge
big
thing.
Deal.
20% off of SCANGRIP. I guarantee you're not going to find that anywhere else. Mainly for the fact that those are already so hard to mark down as is, because they truly are a quality item, and not everybody has the biggest margins on them, because literally they are the best of the best in terms of lighting. So getting any discount on them is huge. I don't even think if I went downstairs to try to get a discount every other day besides this week, Jeff would probably say, hey, no, you can't get that. But this week, I might get myself some SCANGRIP as well, because,
yes, Greg.
Use some more
Greg
lights.
Suddenly goes, wow, ordering tonight.
No, really. It's it's crazy.
Yeah,
and,
no, it's true.
Whether you're getting the Sun Match, the multi-match, I absolutely love the headband. You'll see me wear the headband in all of our videos.
That's like your number one. You use it for all your stuff. I would say go back to our video, how to detail a $500,000 car. That one,
well, the headlamp, you can use it on interiors, exteriors. I use it for when I'm changing my oil underneath my car. It's literally my favorite tool that I have when it comes to lighting, and that color temperature that it produces, especially being that iMatch 2.
You wouldn't think it, but it makes a difference.
It gives you that 4500K color match as well as that 6500K color match, so you can have that either that warmer or colder tone depending what you're looking for, where you can find more defects. You can find oil leaks. You can find interior dog hairs that are stranded, all sorts of cool things.
Lomos Ticas asks, thanks for answering my question. One more. Are your shirts slim fit / pre-shrunk?
So I don't think thare pre-shrunk, but they are I'm trying to think the brand they are what are they called again? They're called
New Era, are they?
No,
they're
Next Level. Yeah, they're next level. So
they're actually pretty
Morgan.
nice. I mean, they're not like a cheapo. Yeah.
No, they're really nice. They're
nice.
They're a good blend, I think, of cotton polyester. They don't shrink like a 100% cotton shirt would, if that helps at all. But they do have, how do I describe it? They're not slim fitting, but they fit around the arms kind of nice to where, if you got some muscles there, it makes them look good, makes them pop. Morgan knows. She wears them all the time when she goes to the gym. And, Dane likes the way they fit. They're just comfortable shorts.
I'm not a small guy.
Yeah, but we, and you'll wear an XL. I wear an XL. Morgan, you wear a small, for women. Yep. So they're comfortable shirts, and we like them. And we are going to be coming out with some different versions of these shirts coming out here soon, probably in the next month or so, to look forward to.
Oh man, we got lots going on here. Chris says, I have very calloused hands from work. When I use the Eagle Edgeless towels, they stick to my hand and make my skin crawl. Is that just a function of the Super Plush towel?
Well, actually, it's
funny you mention that.
It's funny you mention that, because that actually typically isn't super common of a plush towel to be as grabby as, like, let's say
a circular knit weave specifically.
Yeah, especially a circular knit weave, which would be the Eagle fibers. These typically don't stick to hands, neither do the coral weave from the minks. Now, when you get into the world of terry microfiber towels, like our all-purpose terries or 365s,
they're a closed loop construction, not to be confused with the twist loop which is a different, bigger loop. But basically, the closed loop construction is what you most often find in like Costco towels, Terry-style microfiber, our Creatures, our Edgeless 365s. All those are like a closed loop construction. What that is, think of it as like on a microscopic level, Velcro. Yeah. So basically, your skin acts as the hooks of Velcro, while the towel acts as the loops, and you're simply completing the the chain there. Yeah. So yeah, basically that's why you'd feel that. I'm very surprised that you'd feel it with the Eagle with the circular knit weave, but I think that's probably just a byproduct of just how calloused your hands are. They must be very calloused if they're actually feeling that way. And unfortunately, if the circular knit weave, isn't going to feel smooth on your hands, I'm afraid not much else will. So maybe it's time to file that. I don't know.
Or maybe get a manicure, right? I mean, hey, it's all good.
Well, Rennie was big on that. After he talked to him, his daughter got him to go get a mani-pedi, and he was down with it.
And he was all about it. He said he loved it. So, I mean, I don't know. If you're into that, or you can file down. But, I mean, a towel that also doesn't grab as much would be the pearl weave, because that being more of a truly closed loop, with the loops actually going back into the towel and kind of stacking next to each other like a bunch of little roly-polies. Those don't tend to grab as much, and that would be our recommended towel for coatings. Typically, a lot of people love those towels because the fibers from the terry weave, sticking upward, aren't going to be digging so much into the paint, in comparison. So
it's all relative, guys.
Yeah.
They are towels at the end of the day.
What else we got, Dane?
Okay, so we got more here. I'm starting my card detailing business soon. What products/microfiber towels would you recommend? Oh man, that's always such a broad question. That's a tough one to answer in a short format.
Okay, so however, starting your detailing business, right? And you want to know what towels I recommend. Again, it's personal preference on a lot of towels, right? One way to start off would be,
if you're like a one-man shop,
picking up a platinum kit here, right?
Yeah.
Would give you a super big variety of all sorts of towels to try out, to see what you truly do and don't like. Because I can make recommendations all day, and I do, and I try to help people as much as I can with towel recommendations for a shop or a new business. And I say, hey, this is a way to go. Color coding is important. Having maybe a specific towel for every job is also important, especially if you're going to have guys working in that shop underneath you, not underneath you, but under you, and you need to train them, right? When it comes to training, color coding and different styles of weaves and towels and different shapes and sizes are super helpful in terms of having guys be like, oh, this towel in this color at this size is for this task, this color is for this task, and color coding. But you've got to have to know what you like first, right? I can't just say, buy this towel in this color. You want to try it out and see what you like. So getting like a platinum kit like this is a great starter to have a huge variety of towels and see what you do and don't like in terms of weaves, colors, blends.
This is like the full meal. And this is like the big dog. It's definitely not going to be like the cheapest kit, but you do get a bit of a discount when you put everything together like this, where it's in the kit format.
Yeah,
but there are smaller kits.
The gold kit would be another great option. I think the silver kit's great. The silver kit doesn't come with as much variety. I tell people the silver kit is for somebody that's completely new to microfiber in general. They don't know a whole lot. They need a kit to get them started off for auto detailing. They got a new car and they just want to take better care of it than they would at the standard tunnel spray, or
it's not meant to be overwhelming in that case. Yeah. It's just meant to give you a taste of like some of those niche kind of towels, because there's a glass towel in there, there's waffle weave. You got some options, and you got the Super Plush Eagle 350 in there. So.
Yeah, and that is one great towel. So between the silver and the gold kit, great for enthusiasts, great for hobbyists. You're starting off on a business, try to go for the platinum kit or the gold kit, depending on what you can afford at the time.
Yeah. No, that makes a difference. So we got Stacy's chiming in the comments and helping answer all the stuff here. So she says, next level and not fitted. Men's small is similar to a women's medium. So
thank you, Stacy.
Helpful things. Chris says, thanks, guys. No manicures for me, though. That's okay, Chris. That's okay.
All right. We'll be thinking of you when we go and get them, though, right? With Rennie, we'll be sitting there. We'll think about you.
Morgan looks up. Wait, you guys are really going to...
We'll do it.
Yeah, no, she's probably...
We're weird enough here at the Rag Company. We'll do some stuff like that.
Oh, let's see. I was thinking about Optimum Car Wax followed by Bead Maker. Thoughts? Using what towel? Eagle Edgeless or Everest? Asks Red Eye Adventures.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely top car wax with Bead Maker. basically in terms of towels go, I mean, again, that's more of a preference thing. The Everest are great. I absolutely love the 550s and the 800s. I have a couple 1100s at home, but me personally, they're too thick for me. They're not my favorite, but we do have a bunch of people that love those towels.
I'll say right now, when it comes to the 1100, when it comes to just like high GSM towels, I always have to explain people, because people who are generally newer to microfiber think, oh, bigger's better, and they go nuts for all this stuff. And then people get this assumption that, oh, there's all this hype around great big, towels and stuff. We're not pushing that train. That's not, no, we're pushing the right fit for whoever you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Giant GSM will make a guy at a car show happy who's like, yeah, look what I'm using.
Impress me, right?
People look at that and they'll be like, okay. But when it comes to working in a shop, just getting the job done, right? You want to have something that's going to be a little more manageable. You can feel what's going on under the towel. You're going to go for a lower GSM. Frankly, anywhere between, say, like 300 and 500 GSM is a good spot to be.
Yeah.
500 sounds like a lot, but it's actually, depending on which towel it is, as 500 GSM can feel different. And that's the thing. GSM is just one metric. It's a measure of density. It's not going to tell you everything you need to know about a towel, but it'll give you an idea.
Yeah.
So once again, when it comes to these specs, like a lot of people throw these numbers out, and they only mean something when you've had the experience relative to other ones to know what those differences are when you feel a 500 versus a 400. Because we have towels that are like 420 GSM, but you put the 350 next to it, and it's taller on a level surface. So it's those things like people are like, well, how's that work? It's a whole thing we can get into, but
like the length of the pile, right? The style of the weave, how how dense that is, and how
all of it
flat
contributes to the
fibers
density.
lay. Yeah, it's all sorts of different things,
but you don't have to overthink it. That's the thing, is we don't want to create analysis paralysis, because you can choose to make this as complicated or as simple as you want. There's no hard and fast rule that says, oh, it has to be complicated, and the rag company only sells 150 different kinds so they can confuse people. No, there's a reason for it, but at the same time, you can simplify it. You can go the pack route, figure out what works for you, and take it from there. I mean, it really doesn't have to be complicated.
Anyways, getting back to your question, yes. Basically, do your base level of Optimum Car Wax, spray that on, spread it evenly, allow it to cure, because Optimum Car Wax still actually has a cure time. Most people don't really realize that, but basically it does harden. If you were to ever spray Optimum Car Wax onto a panel, and maybe like a flat panel, and just leave it alone and come back a couple hours later, you will see that dried wax on there, and it's like getting candle wax off. That stuff dries on there pretty hard. So do your base level of Optimum Car Wax, let it sit there, let it cure completely, and then you can follow up with Bead Maker either as a drying agent, or you can do a full application of Bead Maker, and it'll still do its best to try to basically drive itself into the clear coat, go past the wax basically at a microscopic level. But great option in terms of the towel. 500, Everest 550, Everest 800, I think should all feel great. If you really like the plush stuff, go 1100. What else we got, Dane?
So, moving down the line, if anyone is looking for a great wash mitt, grab the Cyclones. Hands down, the best I've used. Now, quick note, Mr. SK, when it comes to the Cyclones versus like the chenille wash mitt, which are kind of noodly guys here, and those kinds of mitts, we find that, it's not a perfect science, but we do find that there are different uses, different kinds of washes that one works better for than the other. Generally speaking, if you're doing like a rinseless, waterless kind of wash, more rinseless, because if you're doing waterless, you're probably using a towel. But if you're going rinseless, chenille mitt's a good fit for that. The Cyclones work better with soap-type washes when you're doing like that kind of thing, because you can really suds it up.
Yeah, you can build a wicked froth.
It builds a nice lather. So whatever one you're using, wicked froth.
Yeah.
But that's where the Cyclone really shines. So if you're looking, not to overthink it once again, but basically you're using soap, Cyclone's really your best friend.
Yeah.
Whether it's the 10X pad or it's the actual mitt. And then for rinseless, I mean, it's really hard to go wrong with a simple, inexpensive chenille mitt.
Chenille mitt or towels,
or towels,
whatever your preference is. I like using towels personally. I love the Eagle 350s. I love the Eagle 500s for rinseless washes. I just flip the towel often, and I have just a handful of towels I go through with each car. If I'm using mitts, I'll use 2 to 3 chenille mitts for an entire car. If I'm doing like a 1 bucket method, if I'm doing a 2 bucket method, I'll just have 1 chenille mitt and have O&R in both of my buckets with grit guards, and it works really, really well.
No.
So what else we got in terms of questions?
So what else we got? Bunch of people placing their orders now that you're giving them information. That's
cool.
Awesome. So thank you guys for your support. We love that. And let's see. Oh, Hans. Anthony already said it. He was asking what he could have for extended protection under BeadMaker on the paint. But, I mean, really, you could put just a coating or a sealant.
You can do a coating, you can do OptiSeal. Like OptiSeal with BeadMaker on top is a killer combination because you're getting
it's awesome.
You're getting that 5 to 7 months of protection from OptiSeal, but then BeadMaker you're getting the slickness and a little bit more of that depth from the BeadMaker.
Well, and because BeadMaker is seeing an insane, growth online and stuff lately, you see all the videos of Pan and Matt and all these things. One thing everybody gets hung up on this is longevity of a product, right? They see BeadMaker and they go, oh, this other product lasts longer. Yeah, but that's not the point.
Yeah, no.
When we talk about BeadMaker and we're excited about it, it's because of the actual experience you get from using it and the result of how it improves over time.
Yeah,
like that's what's really cool. And yeah, you're probably realistically going to get maybe depending on who you talk to, I've heard anywhere from like a month to 3 months is typical lifespan. But once again, people hear all these numbers because of the hype. They're like, oh, I hear 8-hour cure time and all that stuff. It's like 8 hours a worst case scenario. It was funny. We even had David in here on the podcast, and he looked and he goes, it says 8 hours on the bottle? Like he didn't even know that, but it was basically that's like a worst case scenario. In reality, he said it was anywhere from pretty much half an hour to 2 hours after is the sweet spot. You should have no problems after that.
Just try to avoid getting it wet in that time frame. But like today, we went out to take a couple studio pictures in the Infinity Wall room, and we brought Morgan's M3 out there, and we did a quick waterless wash on her hood and her front fenders in every area. I can't talk right now. Front fenders, hood. Blah, 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 blah,
We've never done a live like this before, guys.
Sorry. Normally, we edit those things out. No,
jitters.
No, we did a waterless wash with OptiClean, and so we sprayed down the entire front end, dried it off. We used Eagle 500s for that, and then we followed up with BeadMaker. And so, describe the way it feels. Like, I mean, Morgan, you firsthand, you're sitting there like, just nodding your head because you know how good BeadMaker feels on top of gloss coat.
Yeah. It's literally like, it's just so smooth. It feels like you're just touching glass.
Yeah, like very clean glass.
Yeah.
Super pure glass.
Yeah, like when you first, when you first get your new phone and you peel the screen off.
Oh, that's satisfying, right?
Like that is what
new
you're
phone feeling.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but
either.
Hey, that's Gen Z versus us millennials, right? It's that new generation. Like, she's bringing new blood. We're not even that old.
I'm like, I remember peeling the screen protector off my Nokia back in high school. It was my first cell phone. I was pretty excited about that.
It was a big deal when I got like an LG Shine and it had like the little.
I couldn't even afford the LG Shine, Dane. I was looking at the kid with the razors, and I was
just like on poverty spec.
Must be nice to be able to have those. I got this Nokia, indestructible end of the world phone here.
At the same time, I know there are folks in their like anywhere from their 40s to their 70s happy with like a clamshell phone. They don't want anything more than that, and that's it, and that's okay.
That's totally fine. Hey, you're better without it, man. Trust me.
It's just extra stress. But that's our job. So.
What else we got, Dane?
All right. So, looking down, Hans, is Anthony in my head? I was typing if OptiSeal could be the first layer in the BeadMaker, but he talked about it before I could send the question.
I am in your head, Hans.
Oh, man.
Be afraid.
Well,
Be very afraid.
Okay, so the comments have slowed down, but we have about 50 people watching still. So basically, guys, why don't we actually talk about what's on the table here, huh?
Hopefully, for the people that have been watching this, hopefully you didn't actually just place your... maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I just want to throw out all the sale information before everybody just jumps to the gun.
Info's in the description if you need a fast facts.
So it's okay if you didn't place an order, but I do want to touch up on the rest of the sales we're having this week, as well as some of the freebies that we're giving away, because we are doing some cool stuff. This is the first time we've ever done this for Black Friday. We've never really had a Black Friday week. We've had, 2 major sale days with being Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but this is the first time we've done things to this extent. So pretty exciting. We're trying to make it as fun as we can. Again, we're at the Rag Company. We just make towels fun and informative.
That's our whole job.
Educate and have a good time. So with that said, The sale technically started yesterday, which was a Tuesday. So from Tuesday to today to Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with every single order that goes out, regardless of how much you spend, we're including a free car wash towel. So the car wash towel is a 16 by 27 all-purpose terry weave style towel. Absolutely awesome for anything exterior, anything interior. A great towel just to have in the car with you at all times in case any spills or anything like that. You know, it's an affordable, great towel that basically can take a beating. I mean, they're a workhorse towel. To be honest, I mean, there's plenty of our distributors and plenty of our customers that love them and they live by them.
If you're like an obsessed garage fan, for example, Matt Mormon's favorite towel. He uses them. I mean, for a while there, he was using them for like literally everything because you can't.
You know what?
Oh, do you have one over there? Ah, it's a creature.
No, this is not a creature. This is
Nope,
this is a car wash towel in special edition.
Open up one of our little samplers on the side
GLOVEBOX wrapping here. So let's go ahead and open this up. So
just to show people,
this is fair. I want to show you guys what you're getting. So this is one example car wash towel, 16 by 27, all-purpose terry weave, overlock stitch edge. This thing's absolutely awesome. You fold it in fourths, fold it in thirds, however you want to do it. Awesome towel. Morgan, check it out. What do you think? Morgan approved towel. She didn't have to look at it. Already she liked it.
Love it.
Just hand modeling right away.
Perfect. She's doing great. So this towel, we are doing different colors. So everything, we're doing green, we're doing orange, yellow, blue, pink. It really just depends on your order. Some people, we're kind of surprising them with different colors and what makes sense for your color combination. So if you bought a bunch of white towels, we're probably not going to throw you a bright red car wash towel, right? We don't want there to be any.
We don't want you to wash them all together.
We don't want we don't want you pulling like a whole white sock with a red shirt combination. So we're going to try to color coordinate as necessary with your towel order. So depending on what you buy, we'll throw in the color that.
That said, it's still random, so you get what you get.
You get what you get. So this green one's a good option. A good option. I absolutely love this green color, and the green and orange is a pretty cool. So anyway, so that's gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Car wash towels, free with every order, regardless of how much you spend. Now the big kicker is gonna be on Friday. Friday we're doing something pretty crazy. Like I actually looked at Jeff, who's the owner, when he said this idea, and I'm like, I think he's lost it. Dane, I think it's finally time to take him to the
I know
home.
You only just got here, but like that's unusual.
Yeah, no,
unusual.
Yeah. I'm like Jeff, are you sure? And he's like, yep, we're doing it. And I said, okay. I'm excited because this is huge. So on Friday, what we're doing is with every order, we're also giving out another towel, right? But not just any towel. We're giving out the newly released GLOVEBOX towel. Now, not to be confused with GLOVEBOX, the subscription box. We're calling this the GLOVEBOX towel because it truly is a great all-purpose towel to have inside your car. So whether you're cleaning up spills, whether you're wiping down your plastics, your gauge cluster, your vents, it's a 70-30 Korean blend. Awesome towel. We have our logo embossed in it, which just looks cool.
We normally don't do that, so it's a fun touch.
Yeah. It's so this towel is going to be going out with the orders.
And it's not a typical terry. It's a different feeling weave.
It's how do I describe it? It's basically
smooth.
It's really
shorter.
smooth.
It's very
got
fine.
A slight sheen to it. But it's fine. But it's kind of like a terry, but like a terry that got a haircut. It's kind of the best way to describe it. But
haircut.
Yeah. So more of a short nap. So it's got some scrubbing capabilities, but it's just nice. So what I've been doing is I've been testing this towel out for the last 7 months, and this is the towel that I fold up and I put inside my motorcycle jacket. So when I go on a motorcycle ride up in the mountains, this is what I keep in there because it folds up nice and compact, and I keep a little sprayer with me full of O&R or OptiClean, and so as I'm on the road riding my bike, I can clean the front end of my bike off and get off the bug guts before they bake in with the hot sun. So awesome towel, whether you have a motorcycle, whether you have a car, just great to have in your car. So not only are we giving these out though, right? Let's just say you decide to spend some money and you spend money and you get over $150, right?
Nice.
You basically retail net $150 worth of products. What we're doing is we're throwing in SCANGRIP pen light, basically.
Whoa.
So this is
whoa.
Yeah, this is pretty
Hold
cool.
your
So this
horses.
is $50 basically that we're throwing in. So you spend $150, you get $50 back in form of SCANGRIP. So
That's a good deal.
This light, we've used this in so many different videos. This is probably one of the most useful tools you can have in your detailing lineup if you don't already have a SCANGRIP light. This is basically compact, really easy to use. It's got one single color temperature, so this would mimic like the 3500K color temperature that you'd get on the rest of the SCANGRIP lineup.
Which would be the most common, one you're going to end up using.
Yeah, and I mean, you're not going to, because I mean, in between the two colors, I hardly ever use a 6500K. I always use the 4500K. And did I say 3500? I meant to say 4500. Sorry. So this is just a great color temperature. You can hang it from your shirt, and what you can do is if you're running a detail shop, you can use this to show your customers the work you've done or not done, right? Or if you're a prosumer and you like to have this to see how your details at home are going or how your maintenance washes are going, and if you're adding any swirls and you're checking your work, awesome tool to have.
If you're doing a project and your customer comes by and wants to do a little inspection with you, pull that out, start going, you're going to blow their mind. They're going to be like, oh, this guy's serious.
It's a curse and a blessing to have one of these. The bigger SCANGRIP lights, when you get to like the Sun Match or the Multi-Match or the Eye Match, those are all great tools, and I consider those to be part of the standard of my detailing regimen now. But if you're just getting started out with paint correction, or if you're just getting started out, or you just found out what swirls were, this is a great tool to verify that work. I tell people that, everything can look good under a shadow, everything can look good, in a garage, but the second you pull it out into the sun, the sun doesn't lie. This light also doesn't lie. This light tends to find every single defect, every single swirl that you may have thought you've gotten out. So this is just some good verification.
It's disappointment in your hand.
It is, but I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell it like that.
You'll be upset.
A useful tool, and I love checking my work after I'm done with this. And it's easy to use. Again, it's got one trigger setting, and what you can do is you can adjust the depth of that light output.
Yes. By the way, for those who do end up receiving these, they have a little tab inside that separates the battery from the actual trigger mechanism. So when you get it,
you have to.
It won't just start. You got to actually open it up, pull out that little tab, and that just preserves the battery when in transit.
Yeah, you just twist. You just twist that off, and then you take out that little tab.
Yeah.
Twist it back on, and it's going to work just fine.
Easy peasy.
But again, this is just.
I see Brando's on there now.
I told Jeff, I'm like, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. You're losing it. And he's like, I'm not losing it. I just want to do that. And I said, all right, cool. So we're giving these out with every order over $150. So you're not only getting a GLOVEBOX towel, but you're getting a SCANGRIP light. What more could you want? So
and this
a good day to load up. So we're not doing the car wash towel on Friday. So back to Saturday and Sunday, because I think that Friday's going to blow up. I think we can all agree Friday's going to be a pretty big day. For Saturday and Sunday, we're going back to the car wash towel. Again, still giving you guys 20% off of everything throughout that week. So the order that you would get to $150 with would be 20% off. So you're going to be able to load up on a ton of stuff.
So you're strategic. You plan your order for the day that you want to, go one way or the other. You got to think about it.
Yeah,
just pick.
And whatever's going to work best for you, maybe whenever the paycheck,
or maybe you just don't care and you're like, I'm ordering whatever, and you're happy that you got a freebie, surprise.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. There's actually a lot more, and I'm starting
we're
to get
scraping
tired.
The surface here.
I'm eyeing Dane's Red Bull over there, and I'm like, holy crap, I'm getting kind of thirsty. So, Saturday and Sunday, back to 20% off and back to a free car wash towel with every order. So that'll be the new standard on Saturday and Sunday. Oh, and then Monday hits, right?
What happens Monday?
Well, Monday I'm looking for the towel that I thought we had around here, which I don't think we have. So what we're doing for Monday is we're also giving out more of these bad boys. So more GLOVEBOX towels are going out on Monday. And with every order, again, over that $150 mark, we're giving out free Twist and Shout drying towels. So
a whole twist. That's the
big whole thing. Dane.
That's the big purpley one. Wow.
So that's a 25 by 36, 70/30 Korean twist loop. It's the daddy drying towel that we have. That's just absolutely awesome. And that towel is going to be going out basically in replace of the SCANGRIP, because I think we're going to blow out through most of these on Friday. So on Monday, it'll be going back to the Twist and Shout with the GLOVEBOX towel. So again, more freebies. Now, wait, there's more.
Man, you're not done yet? Hans is asking, when will the Royal Minx be back in stock, a.k.a. Minx Royale?
Hopefully soon on those. We're actually expecting those because we are. If you're watching this live feed, I'm just going to throw out some maybe sad information. We are eventually going to be discontinuing the edgeless minks in both the coral blue color and that yellow color. And it really is just kind of been a thing that we've been building up to for a long time. The Minx Royale was meant to replace that because that towel does function better with an edge over being edgeless. Yeah. Truly it does. There's less linting with the edged version, less defects, and it does look a little bit nicer and feels nicer in the hand. So the Minx Royale will be coming back. We're expecting more in stock. So if you do like that towel for rinseless wash, if you do like that towel for door jams, wheels, whatever interior stuff you like to use it for, it's coming back. Don't worry. But there's more, and I need to talk about this. So on Tuesday, what we're doing is we are taking every invoice from this last week, every invoice starting from Tuesday to that Monday, this upcoming Monday, so this Tuesday to this upcoming Monday.
So you're automatically in the running.
You're in the running.
You order in this time period.
For a giveaway, right? Okay. So we're doing a pretty big giveaway. We're taking all of those orders, tallying up on Tuesday, and randomly generating winners for several big prizes. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away several of the silver kits here, which, again, are a great starter pack for anybody new to microfiber. These are absolutely awesome. They have everything you'll need to get started in terms of washing, drying, interiors, knocking out your wheels, and also have an applicator in there. So several of those, we're going to be randomly giving those out and contacting customers via email, right? Then we're going to be doing that again with several of our gold kits. So a couple gold kits are going to be going out in which several lucky customers are going to be scoring what I consider to be the hobbyist pack, the home enthusiast of microfiber kits. So that includes mitts, includes Everest 550s, Eagle 350s, Eagle 500s, the Pluffle, the Fender Defender, Edgeless 365, Edgeless 300s.
It's some serious
tons of stuff. And a double twisterous. You're getting a ton of cool stuff. So
that's a big boy pack.
A couple of these going out. And then I was like, Jeff, you're crazy. Don't do this. And he's like, I'm going to do it. I said, all right. So
Don't do it. You have so much to live for.
So he's wanting to do a couple of the platinum kits. So these are the Big Daddy. We consider this to be our ultimate microfiber kit that we sell. This thing retails for $150. And this thing truly does have everything. It has the Cyclone mitt, the Cyclone pad, the Fender Defender, the Platinum Pluffle, the Dry Mirror River. I think it's got a double twister. There's so much in here. I actually
serious business.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it's got a double twister. It's got an Everest 1100 and 800.
What doesn't it have? Look at the list. The whole list is on the front. It's big.
It's 20 something different things. There's so much to this kit, and it feels nice. Like winning one of these would be, dude, that'd be a dream for me.
This is like a really big decorative pillow.
It is. It is. Like this on Christmas morning, I would be a happy camper. I'd be actually out in the garage detailing.
Yeah, you're like, thanks, honey, I love you. Bye.
I got things to clean. So we're giving out several of these, but then wait, there's more. Let's go ahead and clear this table off because I have something to show you guys here.
All right.
So this has been underneath all of this entire time. You're probably wondering what this is. This is the Eagle blanket. We've had so many requests on this. It's insane. We've given several of these out for big events. We typically reserve these for charity events, any type of giveaway involving something for the community. We love to do that. These are kind of like
we don't just sell these. We sold it for a very brief period in a pool because a group all banded together and said they wanted them. They're actually the reason we started carrying them, the Subaru group. But apart from that, it was kind of a joke is why they did it.
This is like getting a holographic trading card is what this is. This is one of those rare things that we don't do. And so it's huge. We actually can't even unfold it in this room because it's literally that big. It's a blanket.
I should say, this is not some like Eagle look-alike. This is not some cheapy. This is literally the Eagle material in a much bigger size. It is Eagle everything you love about the Eagle, just ridiculously huge. And this is, bath towels seem large. This is bigger than any bath towel. This is like 3 bath towels attached to each other. It's insane. And we can't show it folded out in here because it would take up about half the room.
It's that big. If you actually want to see how big this is,
it's like I used it like a car cover on a Subaru.
We did do an Instagram giveaway when we did a towel guest giveaway. But I think it was about less than a year ago. If you go back to our Instagram feed, we actually had to use 2 ladders to basically stand up and hold this towel out over the span of
Over the
rag cobra. That's how big this thing is. So this is the true Eagle
colossal.
500 material, and we are raffling off 2 of these. So 2 of these are going to go out to a random winner.
Oop, Tim, good question. It is the 500 GSM Eagle, not the 350. So this is based on the original.
Yeah, this is the 500. Yeah,
the original Eagle design, but it's
Hopefully
new
we
Eagle
said that,
material.
yeah.
So originally, you know, like talking like 470 GSM, but then we revamped the Eagles and they became 500 GSM, and then we expanded the line to have the 600 and the 350 for different uses. But 500, that middle one has always been like the core of the Eagle.
This is the core of the company. Yeah.
This is basically what we base.
It's our flagship towel. Yeah,
It's the flagship. It's what everybody. It's the most copied towel in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
It is. So, but anyway,
It's flattering, guys. Really.
Two of these are going to be going out, and I really hope that the people that win these towels know how lucky they are, because I can't get one, Dane can't get one. We've kind of reserved these for being something special, and I kind of wrapped myself up in one for our live video the other day. And it's ridiculously warm, and I was actually
uncomfortably warm.
I got pretty warm, uncomfortably warm in a very short amount of time. So this is awesome. We're excited to be giving a couple of these away, and there's one other big thing that we're giving away, and this is big.
I know people get excited over this, but you might just be surprised.
Yeah, I probably should have grabbed that.
You didn't grab it.
I didn't grab it.
My goodness.
I didn't grab it. Do you guys want to know what it is, or should I go and grab it?
Oh, they're gonna die to know.
They're going to die to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, these guys want to know.
we're giving out one.
Well, okay, go grab it. It's cooler when you see it.
All right. Okay.
I know, I just wanted
I'll
to
go
tease
get. I'll go get it. All right. Keep them company.
Okay, Morgan. Let's keep them company. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, Stacy's weighing in. Shucks, I was looking forward to buying one of those blankets. Such is life. I'm sorry, Nip Cow Disc. It's just to make these really special. You know, this is something where it's not as simple as just being able to buy it. And honestly, the original reason, Morgan, we didn't offer these up for sale is we'd had bad experiences trying to sell humongous towels like bath towels in the past, because what it costs to produce something like this is obscene, and nobody wants to pay that. Because you can get a cotton towel, right? Like a big cotton bath towel. It's like, okay, I want that. The average person looking for a bath towel, they're not gonna, look for that. But for microfiber fans, this is primo right here. So yeah, you're basically looking at serious business. Anyway, guys, what do you got questions-wise for us? So, while Anthony's out and about grabbing things, it looks like Stacy was trying to buy a pumpkin pie in the comments. What's going on here? What? Tim asks, how's OptiCoat on the M3 Morgan?
It's actually, it's way cooler than I actually expected, because I didn't know that it was just gonna literally let everything fall off with like dirt.
It kind of does, huh?
It just stays so clean, and like I'm like not.
You don't even have to think about it. You're like, oh, I guess I want to wash. I'll just kind of rinse.
Yeah.
All right, you're done.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
I guess that
anybody see
answers that. Oh,
Yep.
Oh no, I think they saw it.
Did they see it? Okay. Hold on, I gotta get the headphones back on.
All right, let's see.
All right,
Yep.
so let's go ahead and reveal this thing.
All right. Cut the suspense. Let's plop it
I know.
on the table.
Let's just do it.
Show
So
everybody.
we're giving away, guys, a SCANGRIP multi-match 2 kit. So this is the big daddy of kits. This is the $600 beast of detail lighting. So let's open that bad boy up. So Dane,
look, there's a pen light in there.
it does come with a pen light.
Huh.
So next to that pen light is going to be the SunMatch 2 tool. And that's going to be the handheld version right there.
Very
that does
nice.
come with a charging station. It is
Magnetic
adjustable,
base,
magnetic
stick to
base,
things.
and it does have the 2 different color temperatures. So the original SCANGRIP SunMatch only had the 1 color temperature, whereas this one has the 2, so you can match it to the 6500K to the 4500K, depending on what you're looking for. Now, up top there is going to be the iMatch 2. So that is going to be the headlamp that is my favorite use tool. This is what I use in all the detailing videos.
I feel like I'm not the pro at this.
It's okay. Hey,
You're like, no,
you're doing
okay.
great. You're doing great, Dane. I love it. So this one right here, and I feel like I'm speaking like over an infomercial.
No, put your mouth right there. Talk through the...
Like, I feel like I'm selling swords via, like, HSN or whatever it is, the home network.
Home shopping network.
So,
nice.
So, anyways, that iMatch tool bit, I absolutely love that
Very
for working on the
nice.
car, whether I'm detailing interiors, exteriors,
Well,
or I'm just underneath changing oil.
It's got a sensor on it, right? So you can wave your hand in front of it when it's on, and
It
it'll turn
does.
off and on.
So
So you're not, like,
go
blinding
ahead and
people when you look at it.
turn it on, Dane. And then click the sensor side,
There we go.
and then wave in front of it.
Wow.
Isn't that sweet? That's the
Incredible.
coolest thing.
Karate chop.
I'm impressed.
Action.
I'm over here like, wow.
And that's not me. That's not me messing with it. That's literally. It's just. Yeah, that's freaking rad.
It's freaking
That's
awesome,
great.
man.
Okay.
So the next to that is the big daddy of lights, and that is
yeah.
the multi-match, and that is this thing's huge. I mean,
All right, Morgan. This is.
I don't really know
your
how
side.
to explain it, but this thing can light up a whole room. It's extremely bright. Don't turn it on. It will be blinded.
Nobody will see anything.
But this right here is great whether you have it on a stand or have it in the distance when you're doing a correction. I love having this on like a shelf if I am able to use that. They also have rolling stands that's made by SCANGRIP that you can put them on too and roll them around a car if you're working in a shop setting. So with that said, this whole kit is being given away. It's also going to a random winner, just like all the other prizes.
And to be fair, if you
It's-
wanted to buy this, you can buy one of these.
Yeah.
We sell these kits, so you can buy these. But
So and that's
This
that's
is a
the
way.
thing. So this kit is also 20% off, and that's what I
Yeah.
was saying, which is so ridiculous that nobody
Insane.
else is going to be doing.
No.
Because it doesn't really make sense, and like I said, this doesn't make sense. So, but here we are. Anyway, so 20% off this whole kit. You'd get the pen, you'd get the sun match, the eye match, the multi match, and you get all the cool charging cables with this super sweet case to hold everything in, so you can look like a boss going into all your details.
you can attach that to like a stand. You got
It's sweet, man. It's sweet. Like this is like a Christmas morning for adults type of thing. So
yeah.
anyways, so I'm gonna close this bad boy up here. Oh, there we go. He's
But first, I'm gonna break it.
I don't want to do that. Please don't break.
Oh man.
Go ahead and close.
Hey, Nip Goddess, you have a great Thanksgiving too. Thanks so much for supporting and for watching. That's awesome.
All right. Now that
Man.
I'm back to my small
Yes.
flashlight now. I'm happy with this, though. I don't think I'm not. It's still awesome. So, anyways, that's all of these sales, guys. That's everything that's going on. I know that was a lot. So, to recap super fast, Tuesday through Thursday of this week, we're giving out car wash towels with every order. Friday, we're giving a free glove box towel with every order, and any order over $150 scores you a SCANGRIP pen light here. Saturday and Sunday, we're going back to free car wash towels with every order. And then on Monday, we're doing a free glove box towel with every order. And then any order over $150 gets you a free twist and shout drying towel. I should have grabbed that downstairs while I was down there. Well, my bad. Missed opportunity.
They understand.
So, and then on Tuesday, we're tallying up all those orders throughout the week, taking those, and then we are going to be raffling off or randomly giving away out these prizes, including the Eagle Blanket, the Multi-Match 2 kit, the gold kits, the platinum kits, the silver kits, and all of that. And keep in mind, 20% off throughout the whole week using code BFD20. We don't do a whole lot of discounts throughout the year. If you follow the Rag Company, site-wide discounts isn't something that we do. There's a lot of companies out there
That is an important thing to know. I mean, I see in the comments people are bringing up Auto Geek multiple times, 20, 25%
Yeah.
off. They do that kind of stuff a lot.
Yeah.
It's not unusual. For us,
we
though,
don't
it's a
do
big deal.
this. This isn't like we do our Labor Day sale. We'll do this sale, and then we'll do one more. I think it's like Christmas in July, or we'll do something in terms of that.
There's just
But
a
typically,
handful sprinkled throughout the year of like
Yeah.
big sales.
so
But
we'll do 20% off maybe select towels. Well, maybe we'll do 25% off select towels. We'll do 15% off site wide, but we'll never do 20% off site wide. We'll save that for always Black
big
Friday
ones.
for the big ones. So
And another thing to note, 20% off is different depending on what the prices are on the site that
Yeah.
you're buying from. So
It
maybe
is,
25%
it is.
off one place is really more like 15% off, 10% off
That's
from a place like
very
us.
true.
I mean,
Very
we
true.
try and keep the prices really fair and
then-
accessible all year round. And then when we do a sale, we do those sales in those percentages. That's a big deal for us because it's not a typical thing. We try and give you the best deals all the time.
Yeah, and then we do free shipping over $49. So if you're in the continental U.S., when the lower 48, hit $49.
Yep.
Free shipping, baby.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You don't have to do like $150 to get free shipping.
No.
Our free shipping is extremely accessible.
No, and we do free shipping on wholesale cases. And so
who does that?
A big thing I want to talk about as well is that so people might be asking, does that 20% off apply to wholesale cases? And great question, but it does not, unfortunately. So those wholesale cases are already discounted anywhere from 30 to 40% immediately once you go from retail to wholesale when you buy in bulk. So you're
if you're buying wholesale cases, you're
already getting a huge discount.
Any time of the
With that said, if you buy for a business, if you run a business, if you own a business, you can sign up for the business program on theradcompany.com, and that'll save you 15% off all year, right? 24/7 on all retail orders. We give you a customized coupon code for your account. And then we give you 5% off wholesale cases $275 or less, and 10% off wholesale cases $275 or more.
For those who aren't familiar with it, I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, is this like a membership program that I have to pay to be a part of? No, it's free. All you got to do is fill out the form, and it works out that way.
Give us your time to fill it out and prove that you're a business, and we'll give you our time, and you guys can start, works both ways, symbiotic.
And we independently check each one. So when it goes through, it's taken care of, and a real person saw it.
So you can send us, tax ID. You can send us, your business ID. You can send us an address, a business card, any way that we can verify your business, and we will go ahead and add that feature to your account on theradcompany.com.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, this is everything for our sales. We're super excited. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I'm excited to get to eat tomorrow. But then Friday, when I come back to this office, I know it's going to be a madhouse, and it's going to be crazy. And hopefully we can do several live videos promoting the sale, promoting the SCANGRIP lights, promoting the GLOVEBOX towel.
Maybe we'll try doing this again. I kind of like this. It's working all right.
Morgan just loves it.
Yeah, I know. Morgan, gosh, talking her ears off here, right? She hasn't had anywhere near
as much camera time as me and Dane has had, so she's kind of like,
we're like total naturals at this, just by virtue of having done it way too many times. It's okay. No pressure.
We've spent a year in this room filming podcast videos. This is just kind of like second nature for us.
Yeah.
This is we spend a lot more time than we do here than we do at home. At least I think Dane does.
Yeah, it's a second home. At this point,
Dane lives here sometimes. He sleeps here sometimes. It's okay.
These blankets are extremely useful.
Dane, we have to get these blankets away.
Oh,
Stop
geez,
sleeping
I'm
on
sorry.
these blankets.
I ruined
nice.
it. Oh, nobody wants it now.
Any other questions? Is there anything else we can answer for people?
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? I know there's going to be a little bit of a delay here, so I'll give it a moment so people can ask. But I think it's going to be the typical stuff. A lot of I'm starting my business. I want to know what towels to use. But if you just kind of want to talk about some of the differences in towels, if you were to create, let's do this. If you were to create like a starting detailer wash kit, is it like a home detailer you're working out of your garage? Because you've done this.
Yeah.
Where would be the first places you start? Where would you put your money versus other things, realistically?
Yeah, good question. Doing the same thing that I did when I first got started, because before I was an employee of the Rag Company, I was a customer of the Rag Company, believe it or not. People probably don't know that. I was coming in here on my weekends buying towels, right? And how I started was variety. That's kind of how I figured out what I knew I liked. I came in here and I said, I like the way this towel feels, I like the way this towel feels. And I bought them and I used them and I vetted them at home for years. I was using Rag Company towels for years before I was a customer here. And so following that, I basically knew the styles of towels, the weaves, the things I liked, and I basically just elaborated on that when it came down to building out my inventory at home. So I knew I loved the way the 365 felt. That was one of my favorite all-purpose towels. I love that on interiors and exteriors. So I knew that if I was going to go down that path for those purposes, I would buy multiples of those in perhaps different colors so I can start color coding that. So whether the gold 365 would be my new interior towel, the blue 365 would be my new compound removal towel. I kind of already had that in my head, built with color coordination and that style of weave. Now, when it came to exterior use or drying or things like that, it kind of came down to the job itself. So if I was doing a job where it was a big job, and I had a car that was holding onto a ton of water and I needed something extremely absorbent, but I knew I was going to be doing a paint correction following that, I would use a towel that I don't want to say was less safe, but I would use a towel that was more absorbent without an emphasis on being plush or being really soft and really having a big pile. I wanted something that would get it done, right? So whether I'm blow drying the car and following up with like a twist loop weave or a waffle weave, it came through trial and error. But then I would build out my inventory according to that style of job, and then it kind of prepared me for all my future jobs, because I said, if this minivan right here, this mom's minivan, is going to be similar to other mom's minivans, then I want a style of towel. I want a setup of towels for this style of job.
It's a weird looking minivan.
Yeah, well, well, not this minivan, but just talking with my hands here. So that's kind of what I mean, though. So like I'll have an inventory of towels that I use for strictly high-end jobs, where paint is extremely soft, or there's a lot of money going into this detail. And then I have other, towels that I set aside for jobs that I know are just kind of get-it-done jobs. And I have other jobs that are meant for just what I do around my house,
We're getting a flood of comments. I was just going to let you answer because there were quite a few coming in all of a sudden.
Oh, man, where do I even start?
Maybe scroll up a little bit.
How far up, Dane? There's a lot here. I'm overwhelmed.
Okay.
I got to get out of here. I need water.
Okay. Starting with Hans. Dane and Anthony just are still high from all the glue they used when they made that room, Morgan.
That could be a thing. That was actually a thing for a while, Hans.
Residual.
There was a lot of... we should have been wearing face masks for that, but you know what? It was a good time. We don't really remember a whole lot. Anyways.
I'll miss you, 3 brain cells.
Yeah. So any thoughts with giving a training session on detailing? So good question. We actually do host several detailing clinics here at the Rag Company throughout the year. So our most recent one was the PNS and Flex detailing weekend that we had about a month ago that Morgan came out to, where we had PNS and we had Flex products here for people to come and play with and learn about. So throughout the year, I'd probably say every 3 months or so, we do have somebody come out to the Rag Company HQ, whether it's Optimum, PNS, Rupes. We had the Wrap Clinic out from Justin Pate there. So we're going to always host something. So the best way to stay updated on that would be to like our Facebook page and stay tuned for any upcoming events. I would imagine the first event we're going to have is going to be sometime in spring. Mm-hmm. So something to look forward to there. Does the wholesale program apply to only businesses located in the USA? Good question. Yes and no, and the reason why I say that is because basically, if you're in the USA, it's going to be a pretty fast track decision. We're going to say, hey, you're in the US, you are a business, we verified that, you're going to be in, right? When it comes to shipping internationally, that's where things start to get a little iffy, depending on how much you're buying.
It may be better to have you go through one of our distributors internationally.
Correct, and that's kind of why I say that is that maybe the cost of shipping is going to take away from the perks of being in the business program, to where going through a distributor and still buying wholesale through them in that local area might be better.
Because the point is you're trying to save some money that way for your business, so naturally you want to go the way that's going to save you the most while still getting the quality you're looking for, obviously, by going with a Rag Company towel.
Yeah. All right, so next thing is, let's see, what was the main purpose for the Drago? I use it to dry, but is that what it was designed for? So the Drago, being a 16 by 16 365, not the best drying towel. I'll just throw that out there. If you like to use it for drying, by all means, do your thing, man. But really, that towel was designed for compound removal, polish removal, interior detailing. It's the same 365 fibers that we use on the Edgeless 365. So that towel being great for anything from interior to exterior, but drying just due to its size.
It does have an advantage for drying over the Edgeless 365 though, because it has that suede border that gives it a little extra it can absorb with, since it's a 70-30 buttersoft suede border.
Yeah, so the leading edge of that towel is absorbent, which makes it different than being an Edgeless 365. Right. So it would hold more liquid. So, but if that's what you like to use it for,
there's nothing wrong with it. It's probably the same people who, like, let's be honest, you go out and you buy like a pack of Costco towels or something. You're just looking for one simple towel that can do all the stuff you're going to do. You're just going to go that route. That's that kind of approach.
Yeah. So next is, what was the main purpose? Have you ever tried bead maker on a ceramic wax? Good question. I actually have not tried it on a full-fledged ceramic wax. At least nothing that was marketed as a ceramic wax. So
ceramic, the word gets thrown onto a lot of things these days where it doesn't necessarily.
I think ceramic gets used improperly and sometimes or overused. I think the word nano gets overused a little bit. So I've tried it on nano wax, right, which would have some ceramic in it, and I did that with a paste wax. It was actually a true paste wax that I used, and I did top it with bead maker, and that's totally fine. I mean, realistically, not a whole lot of difference between the style of that wax or the way that wax is packaged, whether it be in a paste version, whether it be in a spray version, whether it be in a whatever version you're using it in. Bead maker is going to be able to stick to the top of that and without any problem. So
it makes its own.
It makes its own level. Yeah. If you're curious on how bead maker works, I highly recommend going back and listening to our Dave Phillips podcast that we had. Where
it's literally called All About Bead Maker, directly from the chemist's mouth.
He talks exactly about how the monomers flip over on each other and how basically it creates a new leveled playing surface for the water to just sheet off on.
I've seen enough comments out there. I didn't go easy on him. I asked him the questions that I saw a lot of people asking in comments all over the place, whether it was really critical video or a positive video or anything like that. I really tried to speak for all the people who have like real hardcore questions about it.
Yeah. David Levin says, I love watching and listening. You guys are nuts. We are nuts.
We are.
We're crazy, man. Like, we probably all have, mental issues that should be diagnosed, but hey, here we are doing
At the end of the day, it's a towel company. You got to get creative or else you're just going to be
getting weird, man.
That's why we have fun. That's why we do all this other stuff is, if we just sat in a, plain white office all day and sold towels, how exciting would that be?
I wouldn't
I don't
be
think,
exciting at all.
well, this room wouldn't exist for one thing.
Yeah.
So, Morgan wouldn't be here,
No,
I think she's glad we talk about towels and other stuff, right? I mean, I hope so.
Well, she was making a freaking turkey out of towels earlier, so that kind of explains how weird she is. I mean, there's
true.
that. So, going down, let's see. So Big Old Dog says, why are website prices higher than your Amazon prices? It depends on what product you're looking at, I think. I think
a lot of
really
cases
depends.
somebody looks, because the Amazon prices, for one thing, when you're looking at Amazon, you're looking at a pack price for the towels, and when you look at our website, we're actually one of the few websites that sells towels where we sell it down to the individual towel.
True.
So if somebody's buying an individual towel, you're not going to see the same price as if you did the breakdown of the price on an Amazon pack on the individual towels. So if you actually go by the tiered pricing that follows on our website, you'll notice the list prices for an individual towel, it gets lower fairly quickly.
Yeah, the
and
second you go to a
bundles,
bundle, it's like
all that stuff. So it actually is comparable. That's one thing that if you look into it a little further, you actually find that it is very comparable.
And another big thing,
but
too,
a lot of
is
people get that impression. I totally understand how that happens. People get mixed up because for example, a lot of our competition, they'll only sell towels in like bundles and packs. They won't sell individual because it's a little bit of work to handle all that labor that goes into that stuff. So, but we want to keep that freedom open for you guys.
And we also
the trade-off is the price looks a little higher up front.
We also have to make room for coupon codes as well.
Absolutely,
because on Amazon, you're not using coupon codes. On our website, you are. So if you sign up for our email list, we do send out a 15% coupon code for a first-time buyer.
Yes.
And 15% off for one-time use. It's quite a bit, and we have a ton of people that use that.
We can use it on anything.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And we, of course, we offer 10% every day to anybody that's a first responder. So whether you're in the military, service member, you're a firefighter, you're an EMT, you are a police officer, you're always going to get 10% off every day. So
basically put,
compensate for that.
You see a price on our site or something and you go, I swear I've seen that cheaper elsewhere for something that looks really similar or whatever. Look into it a little further. We offer so many different ways to save that if you're not saving, you probably just haven't found it yet. But it's there.
Yeah. All right. So what else we got here? So we got what towel would you recommend is best for using quick detailer? Too many times I get streaking while using various quick detailer. Thanks. So what that comment right there, that question, I guess, tells me there's a couple things at play there.
Yeah.
when it comes to streaking with a quick detailer, oftentimes that can be just a property of that quick detailer. What a lot of people don't realize is when you're using quick detailer, especially a lot, you're filling up the pores of the paint with basically wax particles. Most quick detailers do have a small amount of wax in there or a small sealant in there, which helps promote the beading that they'll have instantly, as well as that slick feel they'll have right off the bat. Hence why most people love quick detailers. But
it's not going to be as strong as like a dedicated.
Correct. But once you fill in the pores of those paint, right, and you keep spraying it on, there's only so much that's going to be able to feel before that product begins streaking.
Jeez, Morgan, you got to stop doing that.
I know. She's just over there dumping.
Just like dumping her detail spray on everything.
It's like,
whoa, there's already a coating on there. Okay.
Yeah, get out of here. What are you trying to do? You trying to Starsky and Hutch that hood, or what's the
run by and just like
what's the plan, man? Bead maker is a better option for that. So with that said, that could be one thing, right? The other thing would be going into the towel. Now, we love circular knit weave towels. We love plush weave towels. We love things with the longer fibers because they're so safe. Now, I don't want to call it a downside to them.
It's a trade-off.
But depending on how much product you're using and depending on the product you're using, you could potentially have some streaking with a longer pile towel. And it's not always, it's sometimes, and it really depends on the product. So the Eagle, for example, not that we promote this as a towel that streaks, because it really doesn't if you wipe evenly and thoroughly.
It's all relative.
But because of the trade-off of being so soft and so fine and having those finer fibers.
A longer pile, too.
It can do that. We're on a shorter pile towel, which we call more of an aggressive pile, maybe like on a terry weave, like a 365 or like a traditional, all standard, all-purpose terry waffle weave. Those aren't going to streak because those are an aggressive pile. Those are aggressively wiping that product off, hopefully in a safe way. Hopefully you've cleaned off the paint well enough to where they're not going to cause any marring or scratching, but at that same time, they do have more wiping power, and I'll kind of just leave it at that. So right here we got a Mill 1563 bead maker is the place to be. You are correct. It is the place, and we are here. We got some
everyone
bead maker.
In this room is a fan.
We got some bead maker in this office.
Not just because we said to be. It's like we've all actually used it, and it's that smell though, right? Like it just mango smoothie. Yeah.
Johnny here
pretty
says
awesome.
Your video with the chemistry made bead maker was great. Well, thank you.
Glad you watched it. Thank you.
We love that video.
For everybody wondering where you
informative.
can find that, that's not actually on our Rag Company YouTube channel. It's on the Rag Company podcast YouTube channel. We noticed after a while the analytics, different people watch the podcast than watch our videos in a lot of cases. So we didn't want to, I don't want to say pollute, but basically dilute what we were doing with our videos with the podcast. They're both important, but they attract slightly different people in some cases. So we created a new channel that was just for all the podcasts. That includes all the ones where we have guests and, of course, our weekly thing. So there's 400 and change people subscribed to it right now versus the 23,000 we have subscribed to our Rag Company channel. So if you want to go over there, we'd certainly appreciate it if you went and subscribed to the Rag Company podcast YouTube channel. And if you're just now finding out about it, oh boy, go listen, go check it out, because you get a lot more of this,
this
higher energy. We're right before a holiday here, so we're all just kind of, but
So getting down here, so we got Vincent Nugan saying, so glad Morgan's there. So you got a fan out there.
Hey.
Thanks for saying hi. Monkey Elvis says, just ordered bead maker, clay towel, and big red sponge. Well, congrats, man. Thank you for placing an order.
With all of those.
Great combo. I think you're going to like all of that. We love you too. I didn't know about the 10% off for military. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yes, Johnny.
Always. That's year-round.
We have done that since the beginning, actually.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the very first things we implemented when we took over, because, I came from, Home Depot, where we always did, service member discounts and stuff, and I wanted to make sure we were able to offer that through this, too.
Yeah, so that's been important to us, but, it looks like that's kind of the end of the questions.
Well, I really like this live thing, though. I like being able to interact with people this way, so, we won't be strangers. We'll probably do this again. Now, I might have to eventually implement this on the podcast channel, too. We throw some on there, but
we might be able to do a live podcast, and we'll schedule it out so people can come in.
We'll come up with
in.
a theme so people know when it's happening, and then they can join in. But later in the day seems to work pretty good for people. So.
Pretty awesome. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, this week is going to be full of cool surprises, lots of freebies, as well as an awesome deal using code BFD20. You're going to be able to save 20% off of everything off the retail site, excluding wholesale. So, with that said,
there's a lot of places you can go for detailing products, but when you come through us, you know you're supporting us. We really appreciate that. And I guarantee you, no matter how good some of those other deals out there look, this stuff is a uniquely good deal coming through us.
Pretty cool. So maybe Friday, pick up a light, right? Maybe. So if you guys have any questions, you can just leave them down in the comments. You can shoot us an email at info@theragcompany.com. You can also email us individually if you like. It's just Anthony at the Rag Company, Morgan at the Rag Company, and Dane at the Rag Company. If you need to get a hold of us over the weekend, because it's going to be crazy and it's going to be extremely busy.
Yeah. Or you can just call our business number and ask for one of us.
We'll do our best to respond. Anyways, we hope you have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your day off if you have the day off. Enjoy your weekend. Maybe Black Friday we'll have a bunch of other sales for you. You want to pick up some good stuff other than detailing products, right? You got some Christmas gifts and stuff. But microfiber towels do make a great gift. Just throwing that out there.
It's true.
You know,
they're not just for detailing.
Not just for detailing.
Beauty. You have cleaning. You have
all of that.
Everything. And we're the Rag Company. We're not just detailing. So we cover all those bases too.
Yeah. Cool, guys. So this has been a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. We appreciate all your support. We plan on doing more live videos after tomorrow, so maybe Friday, maybe Saturday, we'll do something fun. Again, we really appreciate everything you guys have done and are going to do, and your orders are going to place, and all of that. And thanks for watching. We're going to go ahead and end this live feed, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Thanks so much, guys.
See ya.